Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Dee again, and welcome to The Interstate with Dee. Today is Saturday, January 25th, 2025. Welcome back to our trip on the interstate. What we do here is present news from the state level that will end up having national importance later, or news that made it into the national news cycle but was overshadowed. Then we go over some questions from y'all. On this date, January 25th, in 1961, President John F. Kennedy gave the first live presidential press conference broadcast on TV. It has since become a fixture of the White House. Okay, and on to the news. Alaskan politicians are questioning Trump's decision to rename Denali. Some California representatives in the U.S. House are pushing back against Trump's desire to tie wildfire aid to partisan demands. The rumor mill suggests some are threatening to tank the big reconciliation bill if Trump and Speaker Johnson play politics with the aid. A Colorado crime lab analyst has been reportedly charged with more than 100 counts over allegations of altering reports and hiding contamination. Georgia saw its first case of chronic wasting disease in a deer. In Kentucky, flyers were reportedly distributed by the Klan telling immigrants to leave. Police are reportedly investigating. Louisiana is back in court over the Ten Commandments poster. The state is still pushing ahead with a plan to introduce the religious texts to public schools. In Minnesota, the state Supreme Court heard arguments about the dysfunction in the House. The court seems skeptical of Republican arguments. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources is asking the EPA to take over the Bridgeton landfill because they believe there is a high likelihood of radiological materials being present. The landfill has been experiencing a, quote, subsurface smoldering effect for years. In Mississippi, a state senator who has grown tired of bills relating to reproductive rights focusing solely on women introduced a bill that will make it, quote, unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. If a man does that 3 times, the fine could be $10,000. Montana Republicans asked the Supreme Court to step in over 2 voting laws. The Supreme Court denied. A New York duck farm reportedly had to destroy 100,000 ducks amid a bird flu outbreak. Nevada's renewable energy sector is set to take an economic hit due to Trump's new energy policies. North Carolina may see the Lumbee tribe obtain federal recognition. Ohio's Attorney General has announced his candidacy for governor. South Carolina may see a scrapped nuclear power plant be brought online to power AI. Some Virginia lawmakers are attempting to remove the tax-exempt status from Confederate organizations. A Tennessee Republican proposed an amendment to allow Trump to seek a 3rd term. In Washington, a federal judge temporarily blocked Trump's attempt to get rid of birthright citizenship. West Virginia and Ohio are seeing whooping cough outbreaks. In Wisconsin, it looks like Elon Musk will be diving into the Supreme Court race there and backing the conservative candidate. And here's your weird state fact for this week. This is a weird state fact that might help people who have never been to LA to grasp the size. Los Angeles is bigger than Rhode Island. Given some of the questions we got about the fires, so context as to size might be helpful. Okay, so moving on to the question and answer portion of the show. Question number 1. Can Dee keep track of the challenges to Trump's executive orders and let us know how they're going? That seems like it would be state news, since it's the states challenging them. Yeah, that's going to be here. So, the birthright citizenship executive order has been challenged by at least 24 jurisdictions from states to cities. More are kind of expected. That order has already been temporarily put on hold. This is going to be a long series of legal battles, probably ending at the Supreme Court. There are a number of other challenges in the works, and we'll keep you posted as they move through the system. Question number 2. You should start adding Canadian news and news from Greenland just for the fun of it. That might be fun. I'll give it some thought. Question number 3. D. If I have it right, you're the one that likes the paranormal and spooky stuff. What do you think about the idea of declassifying the JFK files? I'm not really sure what to expect. I know a lot of people have their hopes up, but it's just unknown. We don't know what will be in it. Okay, that looks like it. We'll see you next week for another trip. Y'all have a good day.